This video is part 1 of the Syntech Masters Grand Finals between Goliath and Sin 5. As you can see, Goliath beat Sin 5 3-1, but it was actually a 3-0 because Sin 5 gained a free point for coming from the upper bracket. So a fairly dominant showing from them, 16-3, 16-10 and 16-6 across their maps. And initially the series was supposed to review both teams in each half and analyze them. But given the fact that they had such a dominant showing on Dust 2, especially on their T side, I figured it would be a good point to start from over there and we can analyze many of their smaller substrats that they employ on Dust 2. So yeah, let's get this started. Starting off by looking at their pistol, it's fairly basic. Simple B-rush, one flash at the left side corner and a smoke for the door on the post plant. Now they were able to use their aim here and win the sights fairly easy, and so it ended up being an extremely uncomplicated pistol round. Moving on to something slightly more complex, we can take a look at their long take. It involves the same usual as always, a smoke for the corner and two flashes being thrown over long. Here in this round we can see that Massacre is able to get into pits easily, creating a linchpin for the team as they take long. But watch how this develops further into the round as well. Having now successfully taken long, they decide to double back and hit B instead, and this is something that they frequently employ. Deviant throws an Xbox smoke which sells an even better fake. This is because it's extremely common for teams after having taken long control to aggress shorts into an A split. All this is happening while Tadaro's lurk roll in B tunnels is converted into an entry roll. Another example of this can be seen in round 5, where Daro entry frags onto A with Detrony, whilst the other 3 players are ready to burst B tunnels. Adaro and Detrony have completely smoked the long cross, denying information and selling a fake onto A. Now we get to look at one of their more interesting mix-ups, with a fast mid to B split. Here we have Zip anchoring down middle for 2 players to run down suicide, straight out of mid doors and into B. All this is happening whilst the lurk smoke is thrown out of B and noise is being made at B tunnels to distract the CT side. In round 11, Goliath decide to mix things up a bit. They take the round a lot slower, develop short control, and then decide to exec onto A. A lurk smoke is thrown short along with the deep CT smoke, and they are flashed out to aggress CT ramp and their bomb sites. The round however is ultimately won by Sin 5, as Flexi absolutely hots them and gets a massive impact frag on Massacre at pit, winning them the round. I'm just gonna let Flexi's POV play out for this part. By this point in the game, Goliath have already gone B about 100 times, but this round we finally see a more structured full rifle B rush off the bat from spawn. A smoke is thrown obscuring the vision from platform and side, whilst flashes are thrown to assist the entry fraggers. The last thing of note in this demo is their late long take. This occurs at around the 1 minute 30 mark and involves a door flash and a sky flash whilst they move out. Massacre then gets a cheeky boost behind blue where he's able to find a frag onto the pit player. If you look at the game as a whole, it played out quite intriguingly. Goliath ended B 10 out of the 15 rounds, with 4 of them being rushes. Beyond that, they attempted to take long control 6 times and won it 5 times. That's an 83% conversion rate. Furthermore, 40% of the time that they took long control, they decided to end at B. It's very clear that mind games were being played at this point and they were abusing a CT side with a lack of map control, especially given the fact that the CT side lost long very often. This more than likely would have resulted in the CT side calling to forfeit long, making the Goliath long take even stronger as they put pressure short. And thus concludes this episode. In the next episode, I'll probably be taking a look at map 2 in the series, or I'll be moving on to an entirely new set of games. Thanks for watching.